Yeah, we just took out that Legion fleet that we came across. Carlos called in some jellyfish. They scattered half the fleet. Then we blew out the hangar of one, chain reaction. Carlos took out one by boosting at its bridge, turning into the mech, punching through the bridge and just crumpling it.
Holy fuck!
Turning back into the ship to fly away, bro.
Yep, and then just kaboom.
Damn!
And
That's
then
sick.
Ram got to the last one just as it was firing off its like big ass pulse, which took out my shields. But Ram,
Untouched, I flew inside and I basically blew up the reactor.
Hell
yep,
yeah.
fuck that shit up. And then on mine, I've used up the rest of our missiles to just decimate the final capital ship. And that was that.
Warning: the following contains depictions of adult themes, drug use, and wanton violence, sometimes flat-out war crimes. Listener discretion is advised. This is Starforged, Stones of Fortune. Starring Carlos as Solrock, the Seer, Ramses as Merrick, the Unseen, Jose as Jimmy Rings, and Luke as Spike. And I am your guide, your host, your editor, and all those other things, Redstone, also known as Adam in these recordings. Okay, I'm back.
We're here.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Alright, so you guys have defeated that giant force. Is there anything in... What's that?
Sounds like Jose.
He muted himself. But I thought Ram was saying something too.
I was talking to Jose. I was just unmuted.
Oh. Okay, cool. You just sounded a lot louder, so I was like, oh.
Yeah, you probably heard me through his thing.
Oh, maybe. So alright, you guys, you've solved that problem? Well, pretty handily. You guys are pretty badass at this point.
I don't want to say, man, I'm on a hot streak. I gotta remember. We're 23.
Yeah. Oh, let's see.
Well, first
so
things
if
first,
you guys
resupply.
Yeah, I was about to say, is there anywhere nearby we can resupply?
what are you guys looking for in particular?
Missiles?
Everything.
Well, you do have
the
the
ship.
remains of some enemy ships right here, right now.
Ooh.
You could probably start ransacking them.
That's right. Do it.
I think that's a very good idea.
Come on,
Let's
man.
scavenge.
Yeah, that is a plus which roll?
A no-brainer. For everybody or just one roll?
I think you all can if you want. If you all want to look for different stuff, you could split up and search these. Remember, there's the remains of like 12 ships here.
That's good, because I rolled a 2 versus a 7 and a 9. So I didn't find anything at mine.
I rolled a 6 versus 2 and a 2. Oh, that's a pair. A match.
Yep.
What did I find?
Let me check this.
Yeah, I'd say we're each searching the ship we destroyed. Mine is just in too many pieces.
True.
That's a 6.
I got a 6 versus a 5 and a 7.
Bounced out of the
Another strong
landed as a
hit.
6.
Two strong hits.
Does Jose want to also search through the wreckage too?
I'll roll for him.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if he was gonna want to.
I'm deciding for him.
Was he taking another nap?
Yeah. Oh Lord, I should have never.
I'm sorry, Cubs just took the lead against the Dodgers.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a weak hit. A 6 versus a 1 and a 10.
Okay, well, I mean, he's also in his little ship, so the 6 is gonna like also activate. So that's a strong hit too.
Oh,
You
nice.
guys fill up completely
Yeah.
on missiles.
Okay.
You guys find. Oh, you guys find another power core crystal. Not quite as big as the one you guys use, but almost as big. And it was literally part of the engine of one of these capital ships.
Now we can make that bomb.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have one to bank, one to bomb.
But let's see. But on a miss, that's what that other one was for poor Spike. He encounters an unexpected peril. What happens?
Ooh. It's like the reactor going critical.
Oh shit! I mean that also. Ooh, that's actually a really good one. Another ship. The ship you're checking out. That it also has a crystal. It has now been. Ooh, I think they rigged it to explode. You're gonna have to face danger. Plus edge to get out of this, but you also get a +1 from your ace ability because you're facing danger to guide your vehicle through a hazard. So it'll be a +3 total.
Let's get the fuck out of Dodge. Oh, a 1 versus a 3 and a 10.
Yeah.
I'm glad I have that +3. Holy shit.
Yep. All right, so that is a weak hit, which it's still a hit. So you get from your ace ability, gets you another +1 to your momentum. So you're at +6. Face danger, weak hit. Just trying to remember what. Come on. Boo. I'm gonna say you. Oh, I'm gonna say the ship just takes a little bit of damage. Oh, and where's that? Yeah. It's gonna take another. It's gonna take -1 to its hull to bring it to +3. But when you withstand damage, because you have that reinforced hull, you get to add a +1 to that. Which will give you a +4 total to roll to not take the damage.
Yeah, let's try to withstand some damage. Okay, I keep rolling 1s, but it's a 1 versus a 2 and a 2.
Yeah.
That's a strong hit.
With a match.
Yeah, you can just not take that damage.
Does the match do anything?
Oh, strong hit with a I mean, there's well, I'll give him a +1 to his momentum for the match, bringing you up to +7. Yeah, you definitely that should have done some damage, but you really just maneuvered the hell out of the way and used it to your advantage. It boosted you out. The other guys find enough missiles and whatnot to resupply everything, so you're actually at +5 supply now from +4. Your missiles are all the way back up to 5. And yeah, you guys are able to do some recovery. So to go over stats now, So you guys are also in a sector that has had its there's populations that live here, and yeah, so there are some this is where they farm the weed, so there are actual places you can go if you want to. There's actually a bunch in this sector. Where is it?
With weed?
Yeah, there's, let's see. There's an ocean world here that has a diverse life. It has a planet-side settlement there. There is... Oh, those are hidden. Never mind. Sorry, you don't know about them. There's the jungle world. Iridium. It's been set up. You actually know there's people there.
Shit.
There's a bunch of places you can go here if you'd like to land and just take care of stuff. You can also just stay here. I was just going to go over the fact that people are a little hurt. We've got Jimmy Rings is down to 4 health, but he's fine on spirit. Soul Rock, you're also down 1 spirit. Spike is down 1 health and down to only +1 spirit. So, and then we have Merrick is at +5 health, so you're fine there, but you're at +3 spirit. So you guys could definitely, you guys should spend some time actually relaxing, and we can do a wait, is it Sojourn?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Sojourn, or you guys can hearten together. So if you guys want to chill out yourselves, you can just roll. Let me see, find it. Recover moves. Hearten. If you guys are doing cool shit, you roll plus heart, and on a strong hit, you gain 2 spirit. Or you guys can sojourn. So if you guys go to a station, you guys can unwind there, roll a sojourn roll, and on a strong hit, everybody can take 2 recover moves. So it's you get a lot more moves that way.
Yeah, I think because the ship's also damaged, right?
Correct.
Let's just go to the nearest port that has the adequate facilities to fix all that.
I forget. You also have a prisoner to turn in.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go collect that bounty. We can smuggle out of
I
space
forgot
speed on the way.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So like in the ship from our ships, we fly back into the main into the Nimbus, and we're like, wait, you're still here?
Yeah, they're locked up. They're all tied up. Let's see, 222. Yeah, so you guys are actually able to go to the main location where everything's happening is this jungle world, Iridium. There's an orbital station there. You've been there before. That was actually where you've picked up drugs there for Aram Taram at least once. You guys are well known there now as not only regular customers but also heroes in the area. And you guys are happy to have you land. Whoever wants to roll the sojourn roll, only one of you has to. Let me double check what it is. I think it's plus heart though.
I'll let Carlos do that.
Me.
Yes. Roll plus heart, and since you guys are known, you get a +1 to that.
Oh. So 4 versus a 3 and a 5.
That is a strong hit. So everybody can take 2 recover moves. That's a heal, hearten, repair, or resupply. You don't need to resupply. The only people that need to heal are Spike and Jimmy Rings, and only Jimmy Rings is of full spirit. He's the happy one. The rest of you have all been stressed out.
I'll do a spirit and a repair, I guess.
All right, ship is at full, and spirit is at full. I'm assuming Jimmy Rings gets himself healed up, so he's at +5. I'm assuming Merrick gets the spirit to be at +5.
Oh, we're doing the soldier.
And then
You like accumulate enough like purchases, like you get.
yeah, it's a sojourn, so everyone gets two moves. And then Spike, you've got +1 spirit and +4 health. You could do the spirit twice if you wanted, which would get you to full.
Okay.
But how would you like to split that?
Well, let me start with spirit. We'll see how that goes.
Well, that'll give you +2 to bring you up to +3.
Okay, so it's just set. Oh, because Carlos already.
It's automatic strong hit. Yeah,
I can also
'cause he
heal.
got a strong hit.
So yeah,
Focus on
spirit.
Okay, cool.
You can do like 1 or 2 ticks of health.
My dude is on the verge of a mental breakdown.
Yeah, you spent some time unwinding. Dude, you're the only one flying the ship. You have to fly it for hours on end. Like you've been the hardest working one, generally speaking, like outside of combat, because you're the one doing all the work when not in combat.
Yeah, motherfuckers. I'm doing all the work.
Like, oh yeah, it's so hard to fly through space.
You're welcome.
You should let them try if they want. See how long. Of course, you would probably all die very quickly at this point.
Let's go back to the smoking lounge. Like as I'm saying,
You could also let BB fly.
Nah. I like BB. That's my ship.
Gotcha. Yeah. Let's see. What? I think part of that downtime is I think you slip back into that memory another time just on your own, without really trying, and you find yourself just again because you're trying to process this trauma, and you are again you're looking at your dead body. Do you want to keep looking at it, or do you want to shift your focus?
I go to explore the corridor, because I still don't know who fired the shot, right?
Correct.
So yeah, I want to go...
I mean, you do in a way, because you knew that it was this person.
Have I figured out her motives yet?
I think you guys did piece it together. They were hired to assassinate a person who you were hired to pick up.
Okay.
But as you are going down the corridor, you see the body of Nas, his physical body, not too far away from the corridor. Looks like he was killed on his way to the bridge.
Interesting. So was she hired to kill Nas, or or was I still on the way to pick someone else up that she was trying to kill?
You guys found out they were hired to kill. It was someone who had a bunch of data on them. They were a researcher for the Silent Collective who found out. You actually have the data now from them.
Okay.
Yeah, but they found this data out and ran with it to try to sell it. And when your ship landed to pick them up, because you were supposed to be like a secret pickup, the assassin took you all. So this is what you find out is as you're going, you see the person, you see the researcher, and they were killed. You're able to piece together that the ship was actually fried from the outside. Basically, the entire ship got hit with a stun weapon while on the ground, and then the assassin just came in and killed everybody one by one while you guys were paralyzed.
Damn.
Yep.
Is there any indication like what Nas was doing on my ship? Was he part of my old crew?
He was not part of the crew. So when you look at Nos, you start getting a bit of memories back again, and you know that this person they got on the ship, asked basically for a ride, like because you guys often take passengers as cover for your smuggling and whatnot. And he showed up like 3 stops ago and just hired on just to go with you and was just paying his way. And you, in particular, had noticed that he hung around. He hung around the ship a lot and hung around kind of near you. He always seemed to be around in a lot of downtimes. Which really bothered your captain. So it was now that you're remembering this. Grab my book. It was Krista Acorio. She was the captain of the ship. You and her were longtime friends. I guess when you guys were teenagers, she found out about this little gang that was like just forming up. They were the most pretentious people. They called themselves the Alliance of the Universal Shadows. It was 4 guys, a couple blasters, and a ship, and they went on a heist. And while they were robbing some mobsters, they did not know were mobsters. You guys stole their ship. So then they successfully got away with some loot to find out they didn't have a ship, and then were immediately got and wiped out. And so you guys got away scot-free with the ship because it was the owners were disappeared. And you guys were flying ever since. You had a couple kind of deckhands you guys had hired because you guys were not really doing a whole lot of illegal stuff on the regular. Mainly, you guys shipped stuff from one station to another. You shipped people with you if they wanted to go and charge a little bit for that. For the most part, you guys were just legitimate freighters, basically, for smaller runs that like the big ships didn't do. But yeah, you find outside of the ship is actually your captain and your friend Krista was actually trying to get your the guy you were hired to pick up onto the ship. It was like right by the front of the ship. Basically, the guy knew he'd already gotten, or the person who you have to turn in, she knew that she'd already gotten her target and killed everyone on board anyhow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Fuck that bitch. Who are we turning her into?
The people, the Silent Collective. It's the people who run, they're the ones who farm all the drugs here.
They sound pretty menacing. Yeah, we'll go through
I mean, they were the ones who hired her to do this. They hired her to recover the data and make sure this guy didn't get away. But then they decided to steal the data and kill everybody and run away themselves. So,
okay. Yeah, I was just
I don't know,
contemplating murder again for a second, but I'm committed to turning her in again.
You totally could. So, and I want to point out, so when you come back to this memory too, the other So you see Nos as you see him now when you smoking space weed, and he like becomes a little bit. He's definitely Force ghosty. Please don't sue us. Damn Disney. Where was he? Oh, but the others, they are also Force ghosty, but they look like, I don't know if you remember when I sent those images of like the fungus people.
Yeah.
That's what he looks. He looks like that.
Ooh.
The other two people look like that, and you know them as Caspar and Melchior. And if you want, you now realize that there's more to this memory, and there's a conversation. If you want to keep living through that, you can.
Yeah. Am I listening to this conversation or participating?
When it first starts, it's you are coming back, seeing all of this, and there's a conversation between Caspar and Nos. Nos seems very confused, and is being questioned by Caspar, who's basically like asking, "What were you doing? I don't understand what you were doing on this ship." And he's explaining, "Well, I had seen visions. Well, not directly, but there were visions that were had about." And he's motioning. The other two are back at your body, at Spike's body, and you're back there again. And it's like, I was here because I had seen this, and I knew I needed to stop it, because I knew how important he was. And then Caspar, the fungus dude, is like, wait, but it seems that this was one of the dreams that must be, not one that might be. And to be honest, Nos is confused. He's also just confused. You can tell he's having trouble coming to grasp with the fact that he's lying. His body is like 5 feet away, dead in a hallway, just out of sight. And you can tell he's not looking that way. He's very much keeping himself just out of eyesight of his own corpse. And the other one, Melchior, starts looking at you, the observer, in this dream, and he looks you know, as the one having this memory, he looks worried, but his facial features aren't like that of humans. You're feeling it in other ways, through the presence itself. And he's like, brother, I know of what you're thinking about doing, but you cannot do it. And you feel yourself, you remember yourself replying, but I must. I have seen what this one does, and the other three, and what they. I have seen it in the way that must happen, not that might happen, but that must happen. And Melchior's replies, and he's looking deeply, and but you will be lost. You, who is the oldest of us, who has not been forced to separate fully. You who have guided us for so long. You who see so much. You cannot leave us like this. You cannot wholly separate and become something, one of them. I mean, what will be of the rest of you? It's disgusting to think about. And you remember reaching out with your feelings and calming your brother, Melchior. And you know what he says is true, that you are the one of them that has the longest been aware and awake, but separate from just the oneness, which is being the presence. But have not physically formed a body and been forced to be disconnected. You have observed the longest. and you are the one that sees the future the most clear. And you have seen the deeds of this human named Spike and the student of Nos. You have seen them, and you have seen 2 others who have done great battles and who defend your home in the future. Who, when a giant fleet of the enemy arrive, they defend them. They defend your people. They defend the ones like you who are still in between. Someone's messaging. Oh. But it's you, Balthazar, the eldest of these beings who have not left. That he's worried that it's your brother doesn't want you to go. He doesn't want you to do what you've already decided must be done. That you will, instead of just separating off and being of a general humanoid form, that you will actually become this Spike. That you will let your form basically mirror image this being, and relegate the bit of you that has these memories to a small portion that's connected. But the rest of you will literally become this human named Spike. Unfortunately, there's been some brain damage, and that will leave some of the memories and who they are unable to be copied, unable to be not mimicked, because you will literally become this person, and thus will all of these events that you have seen through what you really are, which is the present, which stretches out into the future and into the past. You have seen what must happen, and this being named Balthazar then does. It separates and starts the separation process, which will take a while. Like, you know that it will be a time until you are fully the Spike. There's then talk between you go back to hearing the conversation between Caspar and Nos, where Caspar is kind of the asshole of the 3 of you brothers. He's kind of admonishing Nos for letting himself be killed. That if Legion is ever to find out about this ability that he has that lets him transcend his physical form, that then Legion could use that to their advantage in some horrible way. Or if Legion discovers that this is actually where beings like them, like these fungus beings, where they are forced to come out, they might infest them. They might infest the presence directly. And so he's telling Nos that he has to find a way to keep this knowledge safe from Legion. He must find a way to make sure he is not absorbed by Legion, otherwise terrible things could happen. Legion might also just figure out that the star in this system is actually artificial. It is actually creating the presence in a very real way, that this is deeply connected, that if you were to destroy, maybe he'd figure out some way how he could destroy the star and literally destroy the presence as a whole.
Metaphoric?
So yeah,
Or like for real?
so it's really important that Nos' soul not get eaten by Legion, and they come up with a plan that there is actually one of the vaults that Legion has been taking hold of and transforming into their receiver network. Some of the equipment that is used by that, there's a spare over in Dagobah, and if he's able to convince his student, Solrock the Seer, to get out there and get that device, then his soul would be safe, and all of these secrets would be kept safe.
We don't have that device, right?
You do.
Oh.
That device is now installed on Jimmy Rings' ship, being used as a weapon.
The soul thing, right?
Yeah, that's the soul thing.
And it's 80% charged right now. Oh, Lord.
Yep. It's got a lot of souls in it.
And what happens if we put Nas in there?
Nas is already kind of in there.
Reviving Nas.
Nas has been, trapped in this. He got you guys to get that device and once you got it, it activated, and he's been stuck inside its bubble.
Bro, we got like lucky day one stuff.
Good shit.
Let's do it. I'm with it. We're about to get a fifth member. Who's going to be the fifth member?
Fifth member of
Nas?
what?
Oh, wait. Am I misunderstanding? Are we not reviving Nas?
I mean, you could maybe do that. I mean, mainly it was just to keep him from getting captured by Legion, and these secrets that you now all know are, or not all of you, technically just Spike. Spike knows all this. How are you feeling, man? Is that too weird? Is this too much?
No, I like it. I like
This is
it.
getting interesting.
I was honestly kind of thinking something along the same lines. So,
But this,
the mushroom is like a force being.
That's
And
your plan.
Yes, sir.
became
Nice.
me, and the symbiote's part of that. Like the symbiote's the residual of the mushroom, right?
yep.
Nice.
Yeah, so it became you. It has a lot of your memories, but some of you you got shot in the front of your head, which is where your memories are stored. So
That makes sense.
yeah.
He just walks away from that whole daydream like, oh, nice.
Yeah. It's like, okay, yeah, that lines up.
Will do things.
So, I share it with everybody. I don't see the need to keep secret.
Yeah, you also remember that basically it was then, that was like while you were still kind of Balthazar, kind of Spike, is when you immediately went and got that ship. You got your snub fighter then, before you totally lost all those memories.
Nice. Okay.
But this is why you've been driven to find the rest of the pieces, because you already knew about them.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense. Like, yeah, alright, everyone, gather up, ready room. Carlos, bring some blunts. Nas, come on out. Story time. We light a little campfire.
Hey, I'm with it. Gather around the campfire to sing our campfire song.
well, then Nas then turns to the Soul Rock and is telling him, like, for a good while during your training, you would have these vivid visions, like while dreaming, and sometimes you'd almost project them into other people's heads. But after you'd have them, I'd ask you about them or try to get clarification on what you had seen. If it was different than what I had seen, you wouldn't remember it at all. Like you wouldn't remember me asking you about it. It just seemed to slip out of your mind. But I would have the visions, and it was always clear you were having one. But I don't know. That's why you were given that name, the Seer. I always thought that you would learn to start having the visions yourself, but ever since I've been in this form, I haven't seen you have any of them at all.
Yeah, this lines up. What does it mean?
I don't know. I think the fact that I don't know what to call them, but the people that come out of the presence that
The presences.
the presences, they would sometimes talk about an adversary that they were afraid of, and it wasn't just Legion. Legion, they knew about this, like, they told me that it was some robotic, like artificial intelligence from back in, like, way in the long days of whoever the first ones were, whoever the Ascendancy were. It was something minor, but they had, I don't know, I've come to think that maybe it has something to do with that, the Reverend's Death Ray, that weird living ship with all those crystals. I don't know, that seemed to be something that they were deathly afraid of as well. I'm not, I don't know, they always just talked about this adversary that they were afraid of, and that they knew that these weapons, if they were brought all together, that they could defeat basically anything, and that they would be needed to defeat horrible enemies in the future. But I never really saw much of that through your visions, Soul Rock. I saw a few minor things, and then I saw, and he points at Spike, is like, I saw this one's death, and I thought I could avoid it, and so I arranged to be on that ship to try to protect him, but I guess what I saw was inevitable, and it just led to my own death. So, but I led you guys together because I was told you had to be together, and then I've seen what you've done. So, here we are.
Damn.
All right.
Do you know where we're supposed to go?
No, not, I just knew you guys needed to be together, and eventually, hopefully, Balthazar / Spike would remember that he once was Balthazar.
Alright, well, we got...
I don't know what that'll do. I just know that you guys needed those ships, and those ships, I still think they do more than you realize, so...
Yeah, no, when the time comes, we'll figure it out. We'll know.
Yeah. I mean, I think... I don't know. I think you guys are meant to... Those like, weird snake things that have popped up. I have a feeling those ships and those snakes are meant to... I think they're meant to duke it out, maybe. But it's something that if you could see it... I mean, you're the one who would need to learn how to pierce that veil. I'm unable to do that from here now. I'm stuck in the present here. I see a lot of different things, but it's the future and the past and the now kind of fade in and out, and I can't always distinguish one from another now.
Yeah, man, life is trippy sometimes.
It's pretty trippy. Yeah. I mean, imagine, being here as just this part, it's kind of like always being on acid and being on, yeah, it's hard to sort out all the time.
Yeah, and it's hard to stop being on acid when you're on acid all the time.
Yes.
But if you're on acid all the time, are you ever really on acid?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, think about this.
You live on the
Yeah,
cobs.
did you have any... so did you have any more questions maybe I could answer while I'm able to focus on the here and now?
Am I me?
What does that mean?
Who's asking? Spike or Balthazar?
Me.
So, I was a big fan of these ancient stories from back before the Exodus. I love this group of people. they imagined their lives much like ours, and they went on Star Treks, and they had these devices that would let them. They called them teleporters, and they could just be in one place and get everything destroyed about them, transmitted as energy to a new place, and reassembled with all of their memories, with all of their exact copies. And they just went about their lives as if that was normal, and even though they were, in one sense, murdered and recreated. But to their experience was that they were in one place and then they were suddenly in another. To them, it didn't matter. I don't know. Does it matter to you? I mean, that's the question. Does it matter to you? In all other respects, you're very much the same, except you seem to have a symbiote, an extra bit attached.
Does it matter to you?
I calmly say, I see. But on the inside, I'm even more confused. Spike's going to be having an existential crisis for a while.
I look at him and I'm like, bro, you matter.
Thanks, bro. You matter too.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a little existential crisis. Don't we all have them?
Right? Do you really exist if you don't have them?
Exactly.
Are you telling me that's how teleporters would work, or that like they were able to?
That's, yeah. They reassembled you from your base component somewhere else.
I'm so lost.
Okay, if you want to go even simpler, there's actually a really ancient story about this man who owned a giant sailboat, a boat that would sit on the ocean and be pushed by the wind, and his name was Theseus. And, as happens on ships, a board would get rotten or get loose, and they'd pull it out, throw it in the ocean, and then replace it.
But it is the same
And
ship.
it's thing is it after every single piece has been replaced, is it still the same ship?
It has the same spirit.
Does it?
But what about
And the other one is the same ship too. They're both the same ship. But they're
exactly. Yes, the ship of Theseus.
They're the same but different.
It just depends on your point of view. It's all on your point of view. So, yeah, I don't know. You are, you aren't. It's the way the universe is. I mean, at one point, the particles in your body they're still there and you're alive, and then the next, your functions aren't happening, but all of the stuff that's you is still sitting there. It's still you, just isn't alive anymore.
Yeah. It's like your soul.
Except for that, we do seem to have tangible evidence of a soul here in this universe.
Yeah, at least consciousness.
So, yeah. I mean, literally, you have a weapon that can... Please don't shoot me out of the weapon, by the way. I just want to say that sounds fucking terrible. Just
Jose?
out of... Jose is gone.
Yeah, his phone. I don't know. He's in and out. Boy's too busy.
So it seems like we're at a good breaking point for the game. I'm curious what you guys are going to want to do next.
Like in terms of a game or scheduling?
In the game.
So yeah, we just sojourned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're all healthy and happy.
We had evaluating options and discussion.
I keep hearing about the mech suits combining. I figure we'd want everyone here for sure, but
What?
go somewhere and just see what we can do with that. Like practice that kind of shit.
We're gonna have a Megazord.
What was that empty
Megazord.
sounding ocean world?
What are you doing?
And from
This what? Yeah, we're asking what is next. What are we doing next session? It's like I want to figure out your plans. That way I can plan.
from there, I'm also thinking investigate more.
The Dark Forges for the Legion.
Yeah, the vaults
Vaults.
are an option. That is
I'm
kind
out
of
for blood.
quest to destroy those, so we gain leverage. And we did just wipe out like a third of its fleet, so that probably leaves them a bit vulnerable.
Probably, like in terms of like
We need to start robbing them instead of blowing shit up.
the like if we can figure out the shit with the mech suits, take out some of the worms, and then go
Yeah.
after the vaults.
Yeah, do we know what the worms are doing? What's our latest on
No.
those? Maybe we should like. Did you say the center of the universe was connected to the worms?
No, I did not.
Okay.
The signal that was being emitted did time up with the gates opening, which is when the worms came out, but I'm not. So they are connected in that sense, but not like anything else.
So, I mean, it kind of sounds like we don't have anything super urgent. We have our standing quest. We have a general investigation of what the snakes are up to. And it sounds like there may be some link, at least correlationally, with the Center of the Universe quest and the snakes. Maybe that's where they came from.
There's definitely you would learn things there that would apply to that situation. Yes.
So that's a little investigation sidetrack. And just strategically, like if we just took out a third of the Legion fleet, they're going to be shoring up their borders and the remaining fleet, pulling back to their homeworlds a bit. So if we give them a month or two, they'll probably be a little looser to hit. They'll probably be making more excursions with their still limited fleet. Do we know, like, do they have shipbuilding capacity? Are they replenishing their fleet over time, or do they have what they have?
They have the ability to replenish, yes.
Okay.
Here's the other thing. You guys don't know a whole lot about Promethea territory at all, but they did seem to, like, show up with a whole bunch of ships. But yeah, you guys have not... You have barely ever been in that space. Their border was closed up until very recently. Like, you guys were one of the first people to ever cross over in this generation's memory. So, yeah, you don't know what's over there. That would be something, you guys could totally investigate that. That would be a thing you could do. I could also come up with some other side quest stuff between now and the next time we play. I'll do like another news thing, and you guys could pick through what you wanted to do that way too. So, I'll give you guys some options then. We don't have to have anything hard in stone yet.
Well,
So, I was just curious what you guys were thinking.
what do you think, Ram? Are you seeing options that you're interested in?
I don't know, man. I enjoy it when we're blowing shit up and killing people.
Carlos?
And I'm out for blood with the Legion. So anything against the Legion, you got my vote.
Yeah, I'm thinking first for the mech suit stuff, and then go from there. Either
Okay.
way.
Well, if they
Cool.
can replenish, maybe we should push into Legion territory while we know they're low.
Yeah. If they'll come up, they'll come up, but that should just be on the periphery.
So let's just say we want to plan to push into Promethean territory, whether that's to explore their capabilities or to go for the vaults and like those
Cool.
signals. Sound good?
Won't we
Sounds
also
good to me.
searching for bolts on ourselves, or are we done with that?
Well, that's part of this.
Well, we know, like, because it's right, the stuff that is essential to the Prometheans that we're trying to destroy is in vaults, isn't it?
Yes.
And we need the
Yes,
location
exactly.
of like the specific vaults that have the equipment we're looking to destroy.
Cool, yeah. I'm with it, yeah. I was just saying we should, whenever we show up to, like, blow up Legion bolts and shit, we should really check what they have, see what we can pillage.
Yeah.
Rob them.
Cool.
That scavenger lifestyle.
Sounds good to me.
We can still blow it up, too, after we rob them.
That's good. That's a good idea. Definitely should blow it up.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, you got. Do we want to plan on next week, or do we want to take a time off between?
I think I could do next week.
Yeah, I'm good for next week. I'm gonna take a chill this week, coming week, not pick up shifts.
Okay.
Good idea.
Yeah, this week really drained me.
You're just back in time, and we're discussing if we're playing next week. Are you in, Jose?
What you do next week?
Next week. Let's see what's going on next week. Next week, I'm fixing the struts and brakes on my car on the weekend, but I don't know what day exactly yet. So if it's on a Sunday or Saturday, I guess I'll let y'all know by tomorrow. I just got to talk to Juan because he's the one with the garage.
Gotcha. Cool. Shit, it's the bottom of the ninth of that game.
Which one? The Bears or the Cubs? The Bears.
The Cubs.
Yeah, Dodgers took a bit of a lead.
Fucking 7-3, man. That's rough.
It was going back and forth for the first few innings, and then they hit a couple off of Stroman at the end of his time. Like the 6th. But Cubs have been looking real good, so it's not over.
So they run into
Nope.
that fucking Houston Astros.
We'll see, man. I mean, we've been taking games from the Dodgers, bro.
To learn what happens, keep listening. This show is brought to you ad-free by privilege. No ads, no Patreon, just a cishet white man with disposable income and time. It is performed, edited, and all that good stuff by Redstone Archender. The story is powered by the game Ironsworn, Starforged by Shawn Tomkin. Outro by Glitter Snitchel, channeling the spirits. This has been a Sofa King Cool production.
Jose is gone.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
his phone. I don't know. He's in and out. Boy's too busy.
This-
Yeah, he got this big damn near 50-inch what is it called? Aquarium for like the dry
Dildo?
ones. Oh yeah, nice.
Terrarium.
Terrarium. There we go. There you got one for his spotted dragon that he just recently bought.
shit.
Yeah, shit's
If he
huge.
doesn't name it after like an elite, I'm gonna be disappointed in him.
No, he's trying to avoid that.
Really?
Yeah.
Why's that?
Oh no. Just, he wants to give it a cool name. He said.
That'd be a pretty cool name. Like what's
Hey,
the arbiter's
Bell's
name?
pretty good.
On down, what the fuck it is?
Varam. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know. He's got that fucking tattooed on him. There's no getting away from it now.
I agree. I
Wait.
told him to do it. Or artist. Ooh, artist is a good one. That's half jaw.
Wait, what did he get tattooed on him?
The mark of shame.
From Halo. It's like this.
Oh.
The Arbiter is, well, he was this big general for the Covenant. He was an elite. And he shamed himself. It's like, you know, classic warrior culture archetype.
Mm-hmm.
And so he became the Arbiter, which is like the enforcers of the will of the, what are the head of the Covenant called? The Prophets?
The prophets. Yeah.
And they're this other species, whole thing. But yeah, they mark him with this brand and pretty much make him their personal enforcer because of that shame. And it's just that species manipulating his species.
It's like
Oh,
a suicide
shit.
soldier.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's basically the equivalent of the Master Chief afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Right, man.
Yeah,
Play
it's
some
awesome.
Halo.
Like, I replayed Halo with, like, adult eyes. Well, I mean, I played it a few times, but all the way through for the story, like, earlier this year. or last
Magnificent.
year. Shit gets good. It gets deep. And the bugs are good.
I only ever got to play it multiplayer. I don't know any of the story.
If you have,
man.
if you ever had
Do
the
yourself
time,
a favor.
Yeah.
the Master Chief Collection has pretty much all the games now.
Do yourself a favor, man. Do it.
And just like, yeah, play it through on an easier difficulty to get the story feel. Cool.
Did they do Halo for PlayStation?
Xbox.
Oh man,
Yeah, I don't have an Xbox.
I
That's the problem.
hate that exclusive shit. That's so dumb.
Yeah. Shit, it really was just for Xbox.
I always forget
Damn
that
it.
too. I've always just had Xboxes. Ah, damn.
Oh, they did have it for computer. I could probably get it for
Yeah, they
computer.
have it on Steam.
Yeah.
Oh, easy. Easy then.
That's true. Sorry, I should have said that. They have it on.
Oh, that's totally cool. I forget about that
Oh,
too.
it might be
So-
on sale right now. Let me check. Because Microsoft's having this like 50% off sale on Steam. I'm checking. Yep, they still on sale. Hey, run out.
60% off.
And now's
Fuck
the time
yeah.
to do it. You can get the new
Boom.
Halo, or you can get the Master Chief Collection, which all of them is $15, $15.99.
Oh, yeah. On it.
Stoners of Fortune, brought to you by Halo. Not really.
Or you
though.
can get Infinite, but I don't recommend that.
Give us money. We do reference you quite a bit.
Homie,
Free advertising the whole time.
each other.
Oh.
God, this Cubs Dodgers game, two of the Dodgers outfielders just collided, so we got a double.
No one called it. No one
Oh
called it.
my god. Three of them almost collided.
I sent it on the Starforged
That's
Twitch
wild.
channel.
Nice.
But yeah, they're great games. Like, my favorites are the first few, but like the more recent ones hold up too.
2 is obviously like the greatest and story-wise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 is probably my favorite. 1's probably the most played.
3 is really good too.
Yeah, 3
It
is
just builds on
Reach.
2.
Reach
Reach is really good.
Which reminds me, I have to finish up. I'm in the middle of Mass Effect 2.
Oh, good. I love those games.
I've played 1 twice the way through now. This is the first time this is the farthest I've got in number 2. So
Nice.
it takes so long to get your damn team together.
It does. That
Oh.
kind of is the game in 2, which
Yeah,
for better or worse.
yeah. It was like, oh, you've got your team together. I'm like, oh, there's like 4 more slots. Oh, look, I need to get more people. What a
Yeah.
surprise! But it's been cool. I've done a lot of the side missions
I
with
feel
them.
I love
but-
how that gets tedious, but I love how it culminates. I'll just say that much.
Cool.
But yeah, I only ever use a few of the companions. I feel kind of bad, but it's like, yeah, give me
Right?
like Grunt, Garrus, and you get them so early.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's been fun, and
Even through, like the opening, like Mass Effect 3, the first half is like one of my favorite experiences in gaming.
oh shit.
Half
Okay.
is fun. But I won't say more than that about it.
Oh.
I love those games. Like, I think 1 is like the best like encapsulated story, 2 has the best characters, and 3 the best gameplay.
Ooh, sweet. I'm excited. Like, it's been good. I was ramping up to this, and then we went on vacation doing camping, and I'm kind of like, oh, do I really need to sit in front of a screen? It's so nice not to sit in front of a screen.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, you know what? It's been a while though. It'd be fun.
No, I love those games. What are you playing as?
You mean like
Like,
I go like split Paragon versus Renegade.
are you doing like sniper, shotgun, like soldier?
Oh, I do soldier. I'm too. I'm a bad gamer. I put like full AI on for everything, and I just want to charge in and shoot things. So
The other one that's good for that playstyle is Vanguard. The biotic
Ooh, yeah,
arch, like closes distance and will heal your shields once you have it upgraded. So it's fun to just kind of bolt around the battlefield. So if you like playing on lower difficulties, it's really fun for that.
ooh, I'll have to give that a shot then.
Yeah. But Soldier's a good simple one. Like if you do future playthroughs, some of the biotic stuff is fun, just more complicated.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I also then was dumb, and I'm also just starting Disco Elysium. I don't know if you guys have even heard of it.
I have not. Oh, I think I have heard of it. What is that one?
It's a detective story, but it's like really psychedelic. You have different parts of your body talk to you at times. There's definitely like a ghost character-ish. It's just fucking weird. It's been really trippy. Everybody has their own voice actor.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's one of those where they're like, no, we really wanted to push some boundary. Like, we wanted to make this a cool game, but also push like some weird boundaries.
Is it like noir?
Yeah.
Like what era?
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely like that kind of film noir, but at the same time, it's like post. It's a little bit like because it definitely has the noir feel since it's set just after a war. But it's not in our world, it's in a different one, and there's kingdoms have fallen, turned into democracies, but then those got corrupted by capitalism. There's some fascist groups, there's some anarchist groups.
I can't imagine anything like it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's got some weird stuff in it though, and it's just a fun, strange experience. It was cheap. It was like $15 or something. So I was like, yeah, I'll get it. And I kept hearing good stuff about it. It was just like the gameplay of this is it's unique, and it's fun. And so far it has been both. So, but it's hard to be like in the middle of two games that both want to draw your attention.
No, I get that for sure. I've been so split lately.
What have you been playing?
Fallout 4.
Oh, Fallout 4. Oh, that's a good
Proper
one.
survival run. Like pretty mods. I have the new Xbox now that can do much better shit.
Oh, cool.
It's been fun. It's looked real good. But yeah.
So it seems like we're at a good breaking point for the game.